Welcome back to the channel, guys. This week we're going to be painting French line infantry. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe so you don't miss any future uploads. And these are from Warlord Games.
If you want to kill your emperor, here I am.
Gotta love the Battle of Waterloo. So for this project, I did a bit of research online and got some ideas of what we wanted to go for. So I started off with a black spray paint base coat and then used white dry brushing to do a zenithal highlight over everything. Then using just white, bone white I think it's called, went over all of the trousers and different areas that needed the white doing. So the French uniform kind of has, it's not a waistcoat, I'm not sure quite what it would be classed as, but at the top of the tunic there's a white patch. If anyone knows what it's called, please let me know in the comments below. But yeah, just straight up white across the board for the trousers. You could mix and match, you could do some trousers in blue, I think we've seen some in red, some which have patches. Go to your heart's content, but for me I like them to be slightly more uniform, as I've said before, so I've just gone for the white. And for most of the colours today I have added a little bit of flow improver just to make them into a slightly more of a contrast. For the blue we used magic blue, and again do the arms and the bit of the tunic that you can see on the front, but don't go too crazy. And then on the back again, do the back of the arms, and then just on the lower part of the tunic. But at this scale, I would say less is more, otherwise you're going to risk covering everything. For the rifles, for the muskets I should say, use chocolate brown. It's quite a nice deep, rich colour, so I do enjoy using it. Plus at the moment I'm trying to not eat chocolate, so it's the closest I can get to it. Do their bedrolls as well, do their greatcoats which are folded up in the chocolate brown as well at this stage, and then we will lighten them as we progress on. So there is a whole heap of source material online for whatever type and style of troops you're doing. Tamier flat flesh is what we're going for the flesh tones. Add a little drop of flow improver just to try and stop it from going gunky, which otherwise it is slightly bad for. But it's quite a quick and easy process, just the hands and the faces, so it doesn't take too long to do, especially if you have a reasonably detailed brush. I find the key thing is just take your time and don't rush, and that way you will avoid splodging paint where you don't want it. For the metal work on the rifles, on the muskets, I just went for silver. I don't know why I've got this problem with saying rifles for muskets. You all know what I mean anyway, and I'll catch myself each time. But again, for the muskets, the bayonets, and the barrels, I use silver. Just because although it's slightly brighter at this stage, it will dull down later, and on a smaller scale miniature, sometimes having it slightly brighter than you would normally, and this goes for all the colours, does show off slightly better, especially when they're on the table at 2 to 3 feet away. So this time we do get some voltigeurs within our base, which is cool, because I do like the yellow and green. But before we get to that, it's time to do the black. So for the boots and the footwear, the gaiters, I just used black, which is game colour, with a little bit of flow improver. And that way, again, we're going for that sort of centerfold, that type of contrasty style, homemade. And because of the zenithal that we did earlier, it allows the different shades to show through. I'm not sure why I did the packs in black, because I know the French usually had brown. That was a mistake on my part. I really don't know what I was thinking. I think I've just been finishing up with the British who have black packs. But anyway, do them whichever colour you want. Historically, I think probably brown would be accurate. If you have done the zenithal, then just go over the shakos as well, because they will at this stage be looking a little bit grey. And so you need to just blacken them again. Once you finish that, mix. What did I mix? I used Liquitex Matte Medium and Flow Improver with 2 drops of brown and 1 drop of black to give them their base coat. Their wash. And then once that's dried, it's time to go over the miniatures and just start picking out the details. So again, same blue as before, the magic blue, and just going over the raised areas on the tunics, and being line infantry, their blue pom-poms on their shakos. Again, if there's a proper name for them, let me know below, please. And then for our voltigeurs, or voltigeurs, I've heard different pronunciations. We'll be doing that in a moment with the yellow and green. But once we've got the white out, it's time to go over all of the trousers as well, and just go along the front, and time to do the cross belts. So with the belts, just take your time, don't rush. The French seem to have less than the British, so that was quite a benefit. On the packs, there are straps which need to be done in white also. It just takes time, and it's nice and easy. Use a nice fine detailed brush. For their facing colours, I just went with crimson red. Again, at this stage it's quite easy just to put it on. If you've got a steady hand and a fine detailed brush, you can do the collars as well. But if you don't feel you can do that, then I wouldn't risk it if I were you. Just stick to doing the cuffs. And then be sure just to check on the back. On these miniatures there will be a sleeve or two sticking out on the back side. So then brass for the shako plates, and even the ones that don't have the plate, I still do a little blob anyway, just because I like the look of it. And then on the back you've got the cartouche boxes or ammo pouches, ammo boxes, I'm not sure, whatever title you want to use for them. I like cartouche box personally. That's what I was used to be called when I was in the household cavalry, so that's what I stick with. And then for the base, I was trying out the German green this time instead of the Russian uniform. Slightly lighter, but I think it did a nice job. I also used this colour because I've just been doing the green and yellow for the voltigeurs, plumes and epaulettes. When it does dry, I think it actually looks pretty nice, this green. Maybe not 100% natural looking, but I do think it looks quite nice, so not a problem. But overall, I'm very happy with the way these guys have turned out. I hope you like the look of them also, and that this video has been helpful. Please leave any comments below, anything you'd like to see in the future. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks guys.